Hi everyone, we are back. Welcome to Sports Jazz, Josh and Isaac. Of course, today we come the first stream. We're happy on behalf of Man United fans, and of course, we have a Man United fan with us. I myself, guilty as charged. I'm a United fan, but I'm not like Josh. Okay,
You
I'm
keep sitting
partial.
on the fence. I don't know why you sit on the fence.
At
You're a
least
United
I call
fan.
a
You're a
spade a spade.
United
Yeah, I
fan.
am, but I would say a cleans one. I'm
Eh?
cleans.
No,
You
no,
know.
no, no. You're a United fan. And there's
Anyhow,
no
thank you.
shame in that. It is the biggest
No,
club in
oh,
the world.
I'm very proud. I'm very proud to be a Man United fan. Thank you so
Yeah.
much once again. Subscribe to Sports Jazz, turn on the notifications. Josh and Isaac, we are back, guys. We wanted at the end of this month to make 3,000, 3,400. Yeah, 3,400. We still have a few more people. So, guys, please do subscribe. Let's hit the mark. Well, today I've been eating cherries throughout the whole day, and oh my god, they taste so sweet.
Yo, man, you might make
Yeah,
someone bleed.
they taste so good. My god, berries,
Yeah, but
cherries. I've been a fruity the whole day. Anyway, guys, don't come for my neck. Arsenal fans, do not come for my neck. But yeah, Josh, we saw Arsenal crumbling over the weekend, being defeated by Bournemouth. They did also receive a red card. Saliba, he was sent off, possibly or arguably one of the reasons as to why they lost. Remember, we call them the Great Wall. They have the Great Wall. That includes their defense of Calafiori, Timber, although he's currently out, Saliba, and Magalhaes Gabriel, the Brazilian. But over the weekend, Arsenal were whooped. Arsenal fell. The Great Wall was how do they was
it
penetrated.
cracked. It
Unfortunately,
cracked.
it cracked, and because if it had cracked, it would have been a draw. But it
It
cracked
fell.
and it failed. So people, Bournemouth managed to penetrate, and yeah, Arsenal conceded 2 goals. One was from a set piece, by the way. And Arsenal, there's been this who scored the set piece, Josh?
For oh,
For
Christie,
yeah, yeah, and
Bournemouth.
there's been this talk of Arsenal is so good when it comes to set pieces. I also, by the way, say that so guilty as
Yeah,
charged, but
they are.
things didn't work
The
out so
stats
well.
actually, yeah,
First
the
season, I mean,
stats backs that up.
first loss in 2024 away. I mean, on away. That is really they last lost last year in December, if I'm not mistaken. Last season in December. So yeah, this was the first loss. Lost 2-0 to Bournemouth. Uh, I mean, beautiful goals. We saw even Culvert celebrating. I think he's expecting, the wife is expecting. What a game we had on our hands, Josh. What a game. Tell me what you think about the game. Once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Sports Jazz, Josh and Isaac. Bournemouth beat Arsenal 2-0.
Yeah, it was a beautiful game in
You
many
said that in
ways.
a very sarcastic way, Josh.
No, 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 no. It was a beautiful game
Yeah,
in many ways because we did get the result that we wanted. Two, the challenge was there, despite it having come in very different circumstances than we thought that it would come
yeah.
by the red card. I mean, yeah, Bournemouth gave them a few
A
questions
whooping.
to answer, and they failed to answer them. It ended up winning the game 2-0. And on the whole, you can strongly argue that it was that red card that changed the fortunes for Bournemouth. But what is uh, what is really surprising is the disciplinary record that Arsenal has this season.
Yeah,
This is the third red card that they've gotten this season.
correct.
Yeah, it's sort of very difficult to imagine that
And by the way,
a
third
team
red
that
card.
plays like Arsenal gets three
I
red
know.
cards.
Third red card, and of all, yeah, third red card, and out of 3 games, red card. out of 8, and in all those 3 games, as we said in our stream earlier, they've not won any of the games. I think they really played well against City when they had that red card, and defended so well until the last minute when John Stones equalized. No, was it? Yeah, when John Stone equalized. But then the Brighton game, Josh, you remember? Then the one on Saturday, I don't know what, as we are saying, is it the indiscipline on the pitch? But we also see their manager also. So he's always carded. He's
He's
always
just
carded
as indisciplined as the players.
as the
But
players. Yeah.
you see, the thing is, the manner in which those red cards have come. Only
Yeah.
maybe the one of Saliba is the sporting red card, but the other 2 red cards are actually very hard to take for a manager, because the manner in which those players were sent off, it was very silly of them to do the things that they did. At least they ought to have known better that they will disadvantage their team by doing the actions that they did do. But for
Mm.
Saliba, I mean, it was always going to be difficult against a player as good as Evan Nilsson. Evan Nilsson was brought in at Bournemouth when they sold Dominic Solanke from Porto, and
You told me
he's
about him. You told me about
yeah,
him when
yeah,
I
I
was.
did. I did warn
No,
you
no,
about
no.
him.
Yeah,
David,
yep.
David couldn't take it. He couldn't listen. But I did have a feeling that Evan Nilsson was going to give that back for a very torrid time, and he did give them a torrid time. He has a lot of pace, and Saliba is not the quickest player, but he's sort of always has a
He's
very
always on
good
guard.
starting position. Yeah, he has a very good starting position. So in many ways, it makes up for his lack of recovery pace. But
But Josh, I also wouldn't blame Saliba so much. I think I'd put the blame on Trossard.
no, not really.
No,
You
no, I
see,
would put the
Trossard,
blame on Trossard.
yeah, Trossard would have made a better decision, but for a player like where Trossard was and the pass that he made, it was a bad pass. But at that point, Saliba must give uh, the defenders, the people who are defending with him, he must give them some. He must be confident in them to be able to defend that situation. Even if he had been beaten for pace, I mean, the guy you must trust is David Raya, because David Raya has actually bailed them out every chance that he has gotten. And
Very
there are not
beautiful
very
keeper.
many opportunities. Yeah, there are not very many opportunities that you get against David Raya, but every chance he has been called on, he has answered. So I don't know. I know instinctively it's very difficult not to pull that player who is through on goal. But in this era of VAR, I think a player like Saliba ought to have known better. You remember, I told you, I warned David that there are things that happen in football to a player, and they psychologically just throw him off. You might not know what happens in the next game. When I made reference to the game he played against Belgium for France. You know, the the penalty that he gave away, he slid into a player and gave away penalty.
Yeah.
Then
By the way, it's quite unfortunate that he's from. I mean, after the international break, the same Saliba had an awful. Maybe, maybe it's the international break, Josh. Maybe because
no, no,
he did
it is
play.
the
He
effects.
gave out.
It is it is the
He gave
effects
out
of
goals.
what
Mm.
happened in the international break,
That's what I'm trying to
because
say. It's the
y-
it's the effect. He came with that whole. I won't call it depression, but he came with that whole. Frustration. Yeah, frustration, if I can put it right. He came with that whole frustration. He didn't have a good game on the national team, then comes into a game. You see, then he's red carded, walks off, the team loses. On top of that, he's going to miss the Liverpool game on weekend,
oh,
which is also a very huge
oh,
game. And at
oh,
I mean, I'm
actually
starting to think, yeah,
that has been the most difficult position for Arsenal, when you think about it, Arsenal can always have any player in another position, but you don't know if they can be able to replace William Saliba, because much as Jurien Timber is a very formidable replacement, now that Ben White is back, Jurien Timber can be asked to partner Gabriel Magalhaes, but
Timber
partnerships
is
are
still
formed
out.
over time.
Timber is still. Maybe
Oh,
he'll
now
come back over the weekend.
he'll be back. He'll be back by the weekend. I
He'll
I
be back
I
over.
I I, I really think he'll be back by the weekend.
I'm looking at the stats
So
over
it
here. Yeah,
yes.
Josh, continue.
Yeah, it makes it very difficult for Arsenal to play without Saliba in that back four, because
Correct.
he's almost the one who puts things together. He's the one who makes everyone come alive. But without
He commands the
Saliba in
defense
that
so
back
well.
line, even
Yeah.
Magalhaes might just find it difficult to defend.
I'm looking at the stats here. I see shots on target. Rather, okay, shots were 13 for Bournemouth, 6 for Arsenal. Shots on target 4 for Bournemouth, 1 for Arsenal. Ball possession Arsenal 52, Bournemouth 48. Passes Arsenal 439, Bournemouth 405. Pass accuracy it was 79-79. And fouls Bournemouth, by the way, edged Arsenal by 1, 12-11. Then the yellow cards 1-1, and the red cards, of course. And they had Bournemouth also had 7 corners over Arsenal. Arsenal had 4 corners. And yeah, Josh, I was saying, let's look at the moment Saliba was carded. Do you think the substitution, I mean, sacrificing Sterling,
Oh, Raheem Sterling.
bringing on Cure,
Yeah,
Jacob Cure, was that the
Kivio.
right decision? Kivio, Kivio, apologies, Kivio. Was that the right
Yeah.
decision? Because I'm thinking that
Yes.
Sterling pace was so much needed on the pitch. And I'm also thinking maybe you were right, because I watched Merino play. I read somewhere Emmanuel Petit, former French international, coming out
Arsenal. Yeah.
criticizing, of course, Arsenal too, criticizing Merino, saying
Mikel Merino.
he hasn't adapted quickly, he's taking too long. I mean, you can't
Yeah.
really fault a player for that. He's barely getting game time,
Unless he
But
plays for United. You are the first player. You are the first guy to call out a
yeah,
United player who was not acclimatized.
yeah.
That doesn't matter to you. The guy should just come in because he has been playing well at
I,
his
I haven't blamed
own
Ugarte,
country.
Josh. I
So
haven't blamed Ugarte.
yeah,
But anyway, I'm just saying, Josh, look, I'm
yeah,
saying
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think it
Mm.
is right to criticize Mikel Merino right now. I think he still needs time. I also think the decision
Yeah, he does
to
need
take
time.
off
He does
the
need time,
decision to
but
take off Sterling
games are coming thick
and
and
bring on
fast, and
Kivia is questionable as well.
situation where
Yeah.
true, but Mikel Merino should actually um Mikel Merino should actually catch on fast, because games are coming thick and fast, and there are very many things that um Arsenal needs at the moment. And when they don't have players and they just brought you in as cover in midfield, then when the opportunity comes, you must take it. I know that he has played in the Premier League before for Newcastle, and I don't know, he was I don't know, he left for some reason, and now he's back, and he's not used to the pace of the league. He's a bit too slow. He had a stinker of a game.
Yes.
Every
He
pass that
has
he
to
made
adapt.
was poor. Yeah,
And
every pass that he
do
made
you agree, Josh?
poor.
If
He's
do you agree that maybe tactically Arteta also messed up, taking off Sterling and bringing on Kivia?
Yes, that's where I'm coming, because I'm talking about the player who should have gone off. But
Mm,
maybe sometimes the manager wants to keep you on, because he thinks that if he pulls you off after you've had such a bad game in the first game of you've played for the club, I mean, it might just kill your confidence, and yet he needs you for many more games. But the thing is, when you remove Raheem Sterling and you have Mikel Merino, Thomas Partey, Declan Rice, and on the pitch, I think he should have removed one midfielder. You
mm.
should have sacrificed a
And brought
midfielder,
on and brought
left
and
Sterling
brought
on
in
the
another
pitch, and brought
midfielder.
on a defender.
No, me,
No,
I think you should
the,
have
the
brought on maybe Jorginho. He's good.
No. For
He's
me,
good
the
at coming.
substitution of
See,
yeah,
because
but Kivio was needed because a centre back is the one who was red carded, so he needs another centre back. You see, unless you're going to ask Thomas Partey to play in the centre back role, but in that moment, the substitution was
I know, yeah,
right. The
Kivia was
player who
needed.
came on,
Kivia
but
was needed.
the player who came off is I don't think is
Was
the player who should have come off. I
the
think Mikel Merino
substitution?
should have.
The one who came on
I
was right,
liked
but the
the
one that came off was
yeah
wrong.
was
I agree.
wrong.
By the way,
Yeah,
I do agree.
for
I
me
think Sterling
because you
should have
see the
said. And by the
midfield
way,
was so packed.
after he was taken after the red card in that substitution as well, they fell back. They went too deep.
Yeah,
You know, they were
yeah.
too deep.
The
It's not the Arsenal,
but
and it's the third game
that's
we've
what
seen. It's the fourth game we've seen Ateta do that. I'm starting to question him. The game against Atalanta, Spurs,
welcome
Spurs,
aboard, welcome
Man
aboard.
City, and the game on Sunday. Sorry, on Saturday against Bournemouth. And I don't know whether
I
he's.
told you this
I'm
before.
starting by the way to question him. I'm starting to question Ateta because I mean you cannot be. I'm saying if this is going to carry on, if he doesn't find a cure for this, if he's going to think that every season is going to finish in the top four, give them Champions League football, I don't think any Arsenal fan should be really happy about that. But again, in the same sentence, there's no replacement, and he's doing well. I mean,
A replacement for
maintaining,
who?
keeping in the fourth position, getting
Replacement for
Champions
who?
League for Mikel Arteta. Who would you replace him with, George? I'm not
Wh-
saying he's.
why
Of
would
course, it's too early to talk about that, but I'm
there's
just
so many
saying.
managers. There's so many managers, but there's so many managers who can replace Mikel Arteta at Arsenal because he has built something that is very attractive to any manager in the world out there who is looking for employment. As in, that is a project that someone would want to take on. The only problem that I did tell you before that. Mikel Arteta is winning games, playing the way he's playing, and it's all good. But for a purist Arsenal fan, I don't think they will enjoy the way they are winning football games because that is not how they are used to playing. They're
There are four
used to
games
a
that
certain type of identity, and they
okay.
would love for the team to play a different way. But Mikel Arteta sticks to his guns, and at the first sight of a challenge, he resorts to playing the way that he plays. And then when they got a red card, maybe you can argue that the Man City game he had to play like that. But Arsenal against Bournemouth, even when they are
I
10,
know.
believe you me,
That's
away
why
or
I'm saying
not away,
Sterling should have
Arsenal
stayed
can
on.
still win that game.
Sterling should have stayed on. He should. I don't know, but he should have stayed on. He would have. He's so good. He's built for such games. You know, he has also a record against Bournemouth. Uh, and I see. You
True.
know, when it comes to discipline,
So
ever
does
since
Saliba.
Arteta.
So did Saliba.
Yosh.
Saliba scored, I think, his first goal against Bournemouth for Arsenal.
Oh, by the way. Oh
But
God,
then he
how
just keeps
ironic.
breaking records against Bournemouth because he got his first red card in his football career against Bournemouth.
Yo, let me give you something. Let me give you something to talk about. Do you know that was Bournemouth over the weekend beat Arsenal 2-0, and that was their second ever Premier League victory against Arsenal in all the times they've met
Yeah, you see, for me,
since
the
January
commentator at the
2001,
moment,
2018.
yeah,
Sorry.
the commentator the commentator, the moment he mentioned that in 2018 is the only time Bournemouth beat Arsenal, I started to get goosebumps. I had this feeling that this could just be the day that Bournemouth beats Arsenal
Me, even
again.
after the
That
red
is
card, I
because
thought they
of
were going to beat them 3-0.
no, no,
I
no,
don't
no, no, no.
no
The
seriously.
red card, you see, the manner in which Ateta sets up, he must have control of the game as quickly as it can, as he can. The moment that he does not have control of the game and it is 50-50, it is always going to be very difficult for him to contain that side. You see, Bournemouth had several chances even before the red card. They were asking questions, you know. And Evan Nilsson, who is always very eager and happy to chase things, he was ready to run onto that ball. and they were ready. The high line didn't really work because even Semenyo attempted to break away
Oh,
at some
Semenyo.
point.
Yeah, but those are
So
the
for
players
me, I
that you
do
did
believe that
highlight.
Arteta. Yes. Semenyo and Evan Nilsson. It was unfortunate for Semenyo, the things that he did, how
Yeah,
he ended
Hi
up
Nick, what's up?
fluffing that chance, the
Mm.
chance that he got. He fluffed that chance. He should have done much better. Hey Nick.
Still looking at the disciplinary issues at Man United. Sorry, oh my God, at Arsenal. Sorry. Uh, Arsenal has received or have been shown 18 red cards ever since Ateta took over. you know,
Whoa.
that is crazy. 18 red cards. That is not a good
We can
record.
argue. We can argue then that is part of his dark arts.
That is part
the
of. Oh,
problem
come
it
on,
is
Josh.
the problem it is now affecting him. It is affecting his team, and he will meet a very vital player in William Saliba against Liverpool. I don't know how Arsenal will cope, but if Jurien Timber is fit, I know Jurien Timber or Ricardo Calafiori can come and play. He can play center back. But remember, that will be a new partnership with Gabriel Magalhaes, and you don't know how well they will communicate for that fixture. But such is football. These things do happen, and Mikel Arteta believes that this is the first game they have lost in 6 months, so they should just take the pain that they feel in their tummies and go ahead, go
No,
ahead,
it's,
and
I don't
start
think
winning
it's.
games again.
I don't think it's just about. I don't think it's just about them taking the what you say they should just move on, but it's how they lost. Josh, Ateta needs to find a way and solve the disciplinary issues. This is going to cost them. You see, Man City, shabby as they were on over the weekend, they still managed to get a goal. Stones scored the
Yeah, but
winning goal.
Isaac, you see,
And
at least
Arsenal
the red
needs to
card
be
that came
winning these games,
yesterday was
Josh. If you
not
need to compete, if
solely
you need
on
to win,
indiscipline.
sorry, Josh, hold up. If you need to win games, rather, if you need to win the trophy, you need to win games. Such games, Bournemouth game, the Bournemouth game should not at least crumble. Uh, I mean, perform poorly against teams like City, teams like Chelsea, teams like Liverpool. But the Bournemouth game, those are games that you should be winning, and that shows you why Man City has been so dominant. Case study over the weekend, Josh. So you cannot tell me that
Yeah.
I do not agree with you when you say
No.
uh, Arsenal
Mm.
needs to, or rather, they should move on, because I'm telling you, if they keep on performing this way, they are not going to win. They are going to go out trophyless. And they had a very good season last season. They started
Yeah,
so
but
well this season.
but they've
They started
always
so well
been
this season.
trophyless. They've
Yeah,
always been trophyless. It's you guys who keep giving them trophies before the season ends, but they always go out trophyless.
yeah, they always go
So
out
this is a
trophyless.
trend that they are accustomed to.
Mm. I don't think it's fair for you to say that, Josh, because they've been a better team. I mean, they were second after City last season. Even this season, at the beginning of this season, I think their game changed against Spurs. I don't know. He completely changed. But although he backed up in one of the pressers, he said some games you have to approach them differently. The Atlanta
Yeah,
game is
but
also approached differently.
when you have such a mentality, even the Bournemouth game, you approach differently. So you end up approaching all the games in the league differently, and that's what happens. I mean, you can get clapped.
Mm,
But the thing that I was saying that they can move on and maybe do things differently is the fact that this is like a blip. I don't think that it goes to the core of the Arsenal team. It's just like a blip, and they should hold. Okay, maybe it's unfortunate that on the weekend they play against Liverpool without William Saliba, who has been a rock to their
Not
in
only
their
without
backline.
Saliba, without Odegaard, Josh,
Yeah,
without
Odegaard
Odegaard,
continues to be absent.
yeah, continues to be absent. We of course, okay, Zichenko maybe is not, but also he's out. Bukayo Saka, I don't know whether he will come. I'm not so sure. Urian Timber, I don't know whether he's also going to turn up over the game, but I hope and pray that he does. Hey Sinan, what's up, Sinan?
Yeah,
You missed the
Sinan, what's
United
up?
stream.
I had a
Yeah,
feeling. I
yeah,
had a feeling.
yeah. Nick says Arsenal were tactically a bit overachieved. Were tactically a bit overachieved last two seasons. Arsenal fans should credit Ateta for that. That's what I'm trying to say, Josh.
Yeah, you see, Nick, they can credit Ateta for that. Nice. But I've always thought, I think we both thought that Ateta is not the guy who is going to give you silverware. Maybe he's the Moses, and Arsenal just needs a Joshua to come in and maybe hand them the trophy, because now that Ateta chose to play this way, for me, he looked like he was going about games in a professional manner, that he only wanted to get results, and he was not inclined to a style of football that was attractive for the fans, which was working because he was getting the results in very difficult situations. But I don't think Arsenal purist fans can accept what Ateta did against Bournemouth, even if they were a man down. I mean,
Yeah,
he
Josh.
should
But
not have.
regardless, as Nick has said, regardless, he has done an incredible job at Arsenal. He has done a very, very good job. It's right. It's because right now he faces issue with keeping his players fit. I mean, that's what I was saying. You cannot compete with City. City has team A, B, and almost C. So if
Yeah,
your bench has Gabriel
but if you've
Jesus,
been at the
your
club,
bench has
if you've been
Kevia,
at the club for six
Neil
seasons, that
Nilsson,
means, if you've
yeah,
been at the club for 6 seasons, it means that you've somewhat had over 10 summers, 10 transfer windows. Sorry,
mm,
10, one,
close
one, one,
to
one. Yeah,
no,
okay,
there are two.
close.
Each season two, January
Yeah, it's
and
season two, but let's leave the one of January.
mm,
But okay, close to 10 windows.
yeah.
Then you've had about five summer transfer windows. So I mean, you should be in a position to have gotten at least 22 players who can represent you at all levels. But maybe you can say, like Nick said, that they overachieved the last 2 seasons. They're still work in progress, but he didn't show that in the summer, because he only got Mikel Merino. He only got Mikel Merino, and Raheem Sterling was just a lucky buy, because it fell for him, and he took it because he needed some more firepower up front. So for me, I don't think that in that department he can be
Josh, that is
excused
a low
for
blow for you to
injuries.
say. Raheem Sterling was just a lucky buy. Hi,
Yeah, he was a lucky buy. He fell in his
Yes, you're
lap.
in time. Madia, you're in time, and I'm waiting for your
Welcome,
contribution.
welcome, Madia. Do you want some cherries? Madia is a
Wait,
huge just no fun.
she's an Arsenal fan.
Hey, Big
Oh my God,
Gubby.
Madia have been eating cherries today. They've been so sweet. I don't know where you've been, unfortunately. But
Yeah,
yo,
yeah, yeah, yeah. But that's just that. For me,
yeah,
I think that Arsenal is in a good place to be that they lost the game against Bournemouth, but they have a Champions League game that has come quick and fast for them.
how is that good, Josh? If you have,
It is good.
uh,
It is good because they can put back, they can get the confidence back by winning. They're playing at home. They're playing against Shakhtar Donetsk.
okay,
So
yeah.
it might be a bit um, the game for them to get back their confidence and get back to winning ways, because I don't see why they don't perform to their best abilities against Shakhtar Donetsk. I know that they do have a few injuries or injury concerns in Bukayo Saka and Urian
And
Timber.
correct.
and Martin Odegaard continues to be absent in that side. But
Hmm.
for me, I think against Shakhtar Donetsk, Mikel Merino should be able to at least cement his name at the Emirates.
They have also Tomisai is also injured, by the way. Tomisai is also injured.
Yeah,
He's also not available. But they have a good. I mean, their European gen has not been
record.
so bad. They drew a record. They drew with Atlanta, beat
But
PSG
they're
in a very
17th.
very good format.
They're 13th or 17th on the table.
Come on, Josh. Really,
Yeah, yeah, they're 13th. It's like
man, you're
13th.
just a hater.
No,
No, Josh, but
but
that's
no,
good.
it's not really good. They have 4 points, as in out of 2 games anyway.
I think that loss was good, and it will help Ateta to correct those mistakes. Ah, my
Very
dear,
staunch Arsenal fan.
my dear, you're not an Arsenal fan if you say
She
this.
is. She is. As in, she realizes, she notices the mistakes that they've.
She
Yeah, I
also
also
says
think that Saka will be
Saka will be
fit.
fit. I
She
think he'll be
notices the
ready to
mistakes.
play. Rather, he'll be fit but not ready to play. And if he's played, who knows? Unless he's going to be given one of those injections, or maybe by the way, it could be that Ateta is keeping him for the game against Liverpool. Because, man, he needs to make a statement against Liverpool. He needs to show they're still title contenders. He needs to show he's ready to compete with Pep Guardiola. He needs to show he's ready to compete with Ancelotti. Ancelotti has already proved us otherwise. He has beaten Man United. Not that Man United was a threat, really. It never was for the last 3 seasons. They went on to beat over the weekend Enzo Maresca, beat them so good. I mean,
But
Curtis
neither
Jones
was
shining,
Chelsea. Neither was
and though
Chelsea.
no,
Neither
Chelsea
was
was not bad.
Chelsea. Yeah,
Yeah,
but it
Chelsea
was
wasn't
never
bad
it
either.
was
But
never a threat
no,
going
come
forward.
on,
It
it
was never
was,
a
it
threat for
was.
the past 2-3 seasons.
No, okay,
You've had to
yeah,
say
but
that about United, but you don't say that about Chelsea. These guys can hate. You media guys.
no, I'm not mid. You're forgetting. I'm also a Man United fan, by the way. You're forgetting. But I like calling things out the way they are.
But you're not
But yeah,
calling out Chelsea though.
no, Josh, we shall call out Chelsea next time. But still, let's switch back. Let's go back to the topic, Josh.
Yeah,
As I was saying, Arteta needs to make a statement in the game tomorrow. Win against Shakhtar Donetsk,
yeah,
solidify his next. I mean, of course, that will help him gather points to qualify to the next round in the Champions League. He already has 4 points. Then
yeah.
also over the weekend, he needs to step up and beat Man City. Sorry, not Man City. I'm
Beat
sorry, guys.
Liverpool.
Beat Liverpool. They need to
But
beat Liverpool at every cost. They do not
but
need
also
even.
Liverpool needs to beat Arsenal
And the advantage
because
is
it
here.
needs
Liverpool is
it
coming
needs
at Emirates. Shakhtar Donetsk tomorrow is also coming at Emirates. That works
yeah,
for Arsenal very well. So they
yeah, it
shouldn't be
does work
playing
for
around, messing
Arsenal.
around.
Maybe that's why Madia thinks that it is a good thing.
You're just trolling. Nick says it's only 2 games. Madrid, Barca, Bayern are below Arsenal. Josh,
Oh
I want to
yeah,
see. I want to
yeah,
see
yeah,
what you're
yeah,
saying.
yeah. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. But you see the teams that you picked out, you
Uh huh.
clearly know that they will be above Arsenal by the time
Not even
all
that.
this ends.
No, maybe Barca. I don't trust Barca. I rather
Oh, Barca
Barcelona.
this season, Hansi Flick has done some great work at
Yeah, he has
Barcelona.
done some. But I
Yeah,
believe if Bayern met
they're
Arsenal,
scoring goals for fun.
it would still be the same history as we all
No,
know.
Arsenal can win. Ateta can beat company.
Arsenal was very good last season, Josh. It went 2-2,
Yeah.
and what? It's
Yeah,
how
but
things turned out.
who was the manager at Bayern?
Who? Last season?
Yes. And who
It
was the
was
manager at
the
Arsenal?
manager. No, it was still
Who was
Ateta.
the manager at Bayern?
Isn't he the current Barcelona coach?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Unless
Was
I'm
it
mistaken.
Nagelsmann or Hansi Flick?
No, I think it was Hansi
I
Flick.
think it was Hansi Flick, yeah.
No, who?
Julian Nagelsmann.
When was Tuchel fired from Bayern?
Tuko
Yeah,
Tuko left. Tuko left. He left before last
he left
season or
before.
midway. Yeah,
Really. Anyway, I think no, it was Hansi Flick, Josh. It was Hansi Flick because
yeah.
he came after. No, Nagelsmann came after Julian. Sorry, came after Tuchel.
Tuko, yes,
Yeah, then Hansi Flick came after Nagelsmann after he was fired.
yes.
Yeah.
So my point is, Hansi Flick was the manager at Bayern, and Ateta was
No,
the
my
manager
dear.
at Arsenal.
No, my dear. It
So
was
small
Hansi.
team. So the small team had a smaller manager, the big team had a bigger manager. So it was always going to be Bayern's day. But right now, I think Ateta can take on company.
Cool. Right now.
Yeah. Then he had no chance taking on Hansi Flick with the Bayern
Josh.
side.
Sorry, Josh. No, Nagelsmann took over Hansi Flick. Sorry, I've been trying to think it over. Then
Yeah,
Tuchel came, took over Nagels. What? Julian.
Nagelsmann.
That yeah, that other name disturbs me. So it
Yeah,
was
Julian
yeah,
Nagelsmann.
as Nick has
So it
said.
was Tuchel at the time.
Yeah, it was Tuchel. It was Tuchel. That's correct.
Yeah,
As
it
Nick
was Tuchel.
just said,
Yeah.
it was Flick left, Nagelsmann came, then Tuchel. Then after Tuchel, they had
Thank you very much, Nick. Yeah, it
currently
was.
they have right now Company. And
Yeah,
one thing I like about Company, he made a good landing and he sees everything way over his head. So
yeah,
there is no way they are going to mess up. Yeah. Madia, you're right. Madia, you're right. You're right. It
yeah.
was Tuchel. It was Tuchel.
So you see, Madia, Thomas Tuchel against Mikel Arteta. I mean, experience was always going to go with Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel has the pedigree, he has the experience, and he has a very good Bayern side. And then Arteta has his Arsenal side. So I mean, it was always going to be difficult for Arsenal to win that one.
Yeah,
But
Sinan
right
says, "Oh,
now, I do believe Arteta can go head to head with the company, even with his
well,
Bayern side.
right now, Sinan says all players in Arsenal squad are good because you select the best for the season. No, sorry for Arsenal. United faced the same problem last season. Even now,
Sinan,
Sin-
Isaac does
Sinan,
not see those things.
Sinan,
Isaac does not see
with
those
all due
things.
respect, Sinan,
Come on.
with all due respect, Sinan, please do not talk about Bayern right. Sorry, Man United right now. They are not in the same league, rather same level. Madia went on earlier to say, "I want Arsenal to prove haters that we can win a match without Saliba, and Liverpool match is a must-win." That is correct. The Liverpool game is a must-win for Arsenal. It's a must-win
Yeah,
for Arteta to make a statement, but it's questionable whether they will win it. Josh, it's very, very questionable.
Madia, you see, the thing is, for me, it is not whether or not Arsenal will win the game, because Arsenal has it has the ability to play such a game and win it. But what is of great concern right now is the way Mikel Arteta has chosen to go about this season, because he can host Liverpool at the Emirates over the weekend, and decides to stifle Liverpool, and maybe catch them on the break to win the game. So the game ends up in a barren nil-nil draw, but or a 1-1 draw. But then at the end of the day, you feel like we got a point from this game, because that is how much faith you've put in this manager, and you feel that he does things for a reason, and maybe at that point Liverpool is better than us, so sitting back and suffocating them, so as long as we don't get beat, would be good enough. But for me, since growing up, I've just seen I've only known an Arsenal team that is ready
Don't
to win
say
a
it.
football match. I know
Ah,
they
okay.
never win. They never win trophies or anything like that. But I always knew
I
that
knew you were going to
this
say that.
team was going to come to play football. As in, you would enjoy an encounter over United Arsenal back in the day, because you knew that these are guys who are somewhat better than us on the green grass. But when push comes to shove, we shall just win this game. We shall just take it by the scruff of the neck and take it away from them. But then again, you must have players who can win you those games. At the moment, Mikel Arteta is finding it very difficult to have individual players who can win him games. Though the tight games he's playing a certain way, which would be okay for as long as he's getting the 3 points. But in the games that he has dropped the points, the
I
players
think
supposed to win him games
ever
are not
since ever since the ever since their captain got injured, Odegaard, everything changed because Odegaard is built different. How he used to control the midfield, being the captain, the commanding, and all that, and we see he's out for a very long time. By the way, I think that has also affected somehow affected his style of play. Excuse
Yeah,
me.
which is okay, and
Excuse me.
it has been fairly okay to this point because he's been winning football games. But for me, I had an argument with a friend of mine on here because I didn't believe it was sustainable what Ateta was doing because I had not seen Arsenal play the way that he is choosing to play.
I know they've had, as I've said, I hope they don't play the same way against Liverpool. I hope he
you
doesn't.
you
Because
have
yo, the game
you're
on
putting
Saturday,
you're
that
putting
was
too much
awful.
you're putting too you're putting too much faith in Mikel Arteta
Onslaught.
because he won't.
Okay.
No, you're putting too much faith in Mikel Arteta because you're hoping against hope that he will change the way he plays. He's just going to play. Actually, the opponent is even bigger and is now missing William Saliba. Imagine what he did. He did play like that, missing Martin Odegaard. Now, the fact that he's missing
Now he's
William
missing
Saliba and
Saliba,
Martin
and they're going to
Odegaard, what
miss
do
him
you
for
think?
three
He might
Premier
pack
League.
two buses.
Oh god, that is really awful. And yo, he must work on that indiscipline thing. You cannot get 3 red cards in 8 league games, yo. And it shows you that every time you get a red card, it affects your play. It affects your results. They've dropped 2-2-7.
Yeah.
They've dropped 7
That was
points because of in 3 games because
for
of
me.
the red card. A draw against Brighton, draw against the Man City, and a loss on Saturday. That should change, Josh. That should change. Nick says Flick won the treble with Bayern, playing superb football. Now he makes, but I don't even know why Man United did not go for this manager. By the way, I do not understand that at all. I don't. Then Madia says us. Madia says Bayern's defense is not good, but it has good offensive players. Sinan says my prediction for that game is Liverpool will win 3-1. Like you could have said anything better, Sinan. Of course, you hate Arsenal. Madia goes on to say, I don't mind how Arsenal plays against Liverpool, but the important thing is winning. Calafiori is spooky. Ziad, Calafiori is a good player.
Ah, yeah,
Ziad
but
will
he
always
might
be
just end
controversial.
up in playing center back,
Who?
depending on
Okay. By the way, he can play center back.
depending on
Also,
whether they play
but
as
it gives them
Zinchenko
option.
or Ben White.
There is also an option of Yurian
Calafiori,
Timber. I think
because
he'll be available
Calafiori can
too.
play at center back, and yeah, and Urian Timber can also play center back, and Ben White is back.
Ben White, yeah,
Zinchenko is on the verge of coming back.
yeah. I also think, I mean, the defense shouldn't be that much of a problem to set up, although Saliba is the hard rock. Saliba is the diamond within all those players that knows how to set up the line. And yeah, Josh, by the way, speaking about his red card, real quick in a minute, was that a red card? Yes or no? You think it was a red card?
Yes,
That's it. Okay, let's move on. Madia says
100%. Maybe I
Arsenal
can
team
give you some pointers as to why it was a red card.
shoot. Josh, yeah, the pointers.
You see, just yeah, just simple rules of football. I mean, for a decision to be reached in that circumstance, they were comparing the same situation to the situation of of who's this guy who got sent off to?
Who?
Who didn't get Chelsea,
Chelsea,
Liverpool.
the Chelsea game?
The Arsenal fans
Yeah.
were comparing the Saliba situation to the Chelsea game, that Jota and Tosin, but they were totally different. They were totally different because when you look at the situation of William Saliba, Evan Nilsson was directly the ball was directly towards goal. One, secondly, he was in active possession of the ball. That is Evan Nilsson. And thirdly, there was no player close to William Saliba who could have recovered in that situation. The player closest, was it Magalhaes or Ben White, was a bit too far for him to have recovered. Now, the distance to goal also would matter, but David Raya was backtracking, and you would clearly see that this was denying a goal scoring opportunity, and that's
Mm.
why he got the red card. For the Chelsea and Liverpool
Liverpool
game,
game.
it was always going to be, yeah, it was always going to be a different outcome because first of all, Diogo Jota was never in control of the ball, and the ball was not maybe directly to go, but even Levi Colwill, who came back, who came back running, made it a bit easy for Tosin to get away with it, because he would have recovered, since the distance to the goal was so long. It was at the center line, so the two situations were totally different.
Thank you, Josh. Yeah, let's look at this. Madia says the Arsenal team is built different. Odegaard, and he is the one who dictates the play for sure. I think we can't play that good football before Odegaard is back. Then Ziad, the staunch
Mandia,
Man
what if he
United fan,
doesn't come back?
of course he will come back. Josh, stop being pessimistic. Madia, he's going to come back. He will heal. Glasner with no
Mandia, what if he
Olise.
doesn't come back?
Josh Ziad says Glasner with no Olise looks
Glasner.
a complete, yeah, Glasner, completely different coach.
Yeah,
Then
he has started to look like maybe Mikel Arteta of this season. I mean, he has so many draws and no firepower going up front. So I mean, he makes sure he draws games and he doesn't get beat. That is
uh,
Glasner.
that is not fair for you to say. You drew against team.
But
You drew
ask
against team.
Ziad, ask Nick,
Sav- Savinho
Exactly,
span.
because he's there in Abolise, so that's how he plays. That's
Savinho
how he
span.
plays, as in
Yes.
he
Oh, you're
ensures
saying
that
Savinho
you
span
don't.
him and Semenyo too. Salah is gonna cause serious issues. Oh, bro. I think he's talking about, who is he talking about?
Calafiori. He's talking
Calafiori
about Calafiori.
and Ziad.
Calafiori. Yeah.
And yeah, they
Oh,
need
but
Saka, Odegaard.
Savinho is a different animal.
They need Saka, Odegaard back. That would be enough to beat Liverpool. Saka, at least Odegaard is not coming back, but
When
I
not
I think Ateta is resting
not
both
when they don't have Saliba.
Urian Timber and Saka for the game tomorrow, just to be prepared. He doesn't need to drop. He doesn't want to drop any more points in the Premier League. And what a way to make a statement if he beats Liverpool, because right now they are highly rated. Arsenal can't play
Oh.
two-footed left.
Oh, Madia. Yeah.
Madia is a good
Yeah,
Arsenal.
yeah.
Can't play two left-footed center backs. I think
No,
Urian
you
Timber
know
will play with
Magalhaes,
Big Gab,
you,
with Big Gabby.
yeah, you know
I like
Magalhaes.
how she says
Magalhaes
Big Gab.
confuses me because his best asset is his big head. Big Gabby. He confuses me. It's his big head, which is his best asset on both ends of the pitch. So I forget which leg that he prefers to kick a ball.
It was a red card of first of all. It was a red card because first of all he was the last man. I think Saliba situation. Yeah, we should have great great Palace. That would have made us 1 point
Yeah, we
off
should
Chelsea.
have beat
We
we should have
should
beat
have beat.
Palace. That was,
Yeah, we should have beat
yeah.
Palace.
Just 1 point.
We should
So
have
we are
beat
4 points
Palace.
off Chelsea.
We should have beat what, Brighton. Which other team, Josh? Which other team? Which other team? United should have won 3 games. The Brighton game, however much they lost it. The the Crystal Palace game. Which other game, Josh? There's another game there that I think, of course, with the exception with game
The
Liverpool.
Liverpool game.
No, don't.
No, the
Liverpool
Liverpool
and
game.
Spurs out of the picture. No, Josh, no.
No, the Liverpool game.
What?
For me, I think the Liverpool game was within our grasp.
You
We
swallowed
just
3 goals, Josh.
yes,
The
yes,
Spurs,
yes, but it
the
all
Crystal Palace
unraveled.
game, you
It
played
is
so well, but unfortunately, you drew.
no, the
The
Liverpool
Aston
game I'm
Villa
talking
game, you
about.
should have won the Aston Villa game too.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, the game we played against Liverpool, yes, they did beat us 3-0, but it just unraveled so fast for us. But before Casemiro
Yeah, they
made the
play
mistakes that
Newcastle.
he did make,
He's asking who's Chelsea playing this week. They're playing Newcastle.
before Casemiro made the mistake that he did make, I mean, we were fine. We were fine, but things turned a corner, a very
Josh,
big
that is
one
for you.
when Casemiro.
The hate on Arsenal, sorry, the hate on Arteta is out of this for sure. Out of this world for sure. That is true, by the way, Madia.
No,
Josh just loves to hate.
I love Mikel Arteta.
No, you
I
don't,
love
Josh.
Mikel Arteta.
Don't say that
I
to
love
make
Mikel
Madia feel
Arteta.
good.
You know, I
Nope.
would replace. I do, I do. I like the manager.
You would replace Arteta.
No, I
You would
like the
replace Ten
manager.
Hag. You would replace Ten Hag for Arteta. Would you replace? I thought that's what you're going to say.
No.
You see. Chelsea played a good. Chelsea played good at Anfield. I think they will strongly challenge Villa for the 4th position. By the way, Villa will be found out. I'm telling
Not
you.
so fast. Even Chelsea will be found out. Believe you me, you will see Man United around those places. Just remember, you had it here first. Nick, we are here. We are here. Isaac, we are here. We are here. You've had
Look
it.
at
I
this.
have said it.
I'll say keep dreaming.
I've
Who
said
the
it.
Chelsea
I've
play of
said
the
it.
weekend is
Wait.
Newcastle. We play West Ham. We should win that. Oh yes, I think West Ham is one of those teams that have been so poor this season. We should win that. Everyone is beating West Ham. Everyone is beating West Ham. No. They're home. Stamford Bridge. Newcastle is coming. They're hosting. Chelsea is hosting Newcastle. Then they play at home. Yeah, they will beat Newcastle. That is correct. Enzo Maresca has been amazing. I think Villa favorites for the 4th
Oh my
position
God,
because they
you
have
guys.
Emery. I love the respect Ziad gives Emery. You see what he just said? Villa are favorites for the 4th position because they have Emery. Josh, you have play. By the way, you have
That's true.
options. You have options in case
That's
Ten Hag
true.
messes around.
That's no. That's true. But Villa has Emery, and Emery gives them a chance. But we are Manchester United, and we have Ten Hag. I mean, we shall actually fight for that position with Villa, just because Villa is in a different development phase than United is, and the squad at
Who was at
Villa
that?
has
Josh,
much less pressure.
I'm
And
tired of those excuses. I'm sorry to say. Same way you're tired of anyone telling you Arteta this, and you bring up how long Arteta has been at Arsenal. I'll also say the same thing. How long has Ten Hag been at Man United? For you to say Villa this, Villa
2
this.
years.
No, Josh.
2 years. 2 years and 7 games. 2 years and
Ah,
7 games.
And Villa. Unai Emery. Yeah.
Unai had he had a I think Unai Emery
Don't do it again.
yeah, he also had a phase. Listen, let me answer. Unai Emery did homework. As in, they gave him a chance to do homework before the season started, like Arteta. So,
Well,
I mean, he's
Ten Hag has
a
had
bit
2
ahead.
seasons. Now the 3rd season, he should have done his homework long time ago. Villa is very good and unpredictable.
Which
It will
3rd
be top 4
season?
for sure.
7 games.
Well, December is we are approaching December. That's almost half of the season. Emery is the first choice for the
Ziad, for
job.
me, my first choice for the job after Eric Ten Hag's contract is done is Mikel Arteta.
Really, Josh? Seriously? Because he cannot join United. Come on. What are the chances? That is not true. You're just
Yeah.
playing around. What are the
No,
chances?
we
As Ziad says,
no,
who is your
we are
ideal first
Manchester
coach?
United.
Uh, Josh, serious. That you were replying to Ziad. My
Mikel
first,
Arteta.
no, me, I would say Unai or
Yeah.
Chabi Alonso. One of the two, but not Ateta.
Ah, you like one boy season wonders.
Who is a one boy season wonder? Alonso?
Those Chabi Alonso's of yours.
How about Unai? Is he also a one boy
No,
season wonder?
Una is a seasoned manager. Una is also a guy that I would fancy to manage my club. I mean, he's a seasoned manager. He's won trophies in Europe. He comes with a reputation. So, I mean, I would like him, especially in the under the environment that Ineos has provided. Unai would make for a good manager because Unai only wants to do the things on the pitch and is not interested in doing things off the pitch. So Ineos can do whatever they do, and he just coaches football.
Yeah, Madia says Villa has Unai and good players. And yeah, Josh, the next one in your face. In your face. Read it for yourself, Josh. I'm not even going to say it. Trying to defend Ten Hag.
Yeah, Ten Hag brought back Manchester United in the Champions League in his first season, and guess what? He finished fourth. Ten Hag finished third. First season, bang, click, click, bang.
Nick, Nick, are you
Champions
watching
League
this?
straight away.
Okay, okay. You win. That is a
Just,
good
just
clap
said
back.
it.
That is
Yeah,
that is a good
yeah.
clap back. That is a good clap back. Now let's wait for this season and see. I think we see how
Please,
things are going.
please,
That is a good clap back.
please.
If we win Europa, but Arsenal finish second, who's had a better season? Of course, Man United.
Definitely United. You
They
see,
would
for
have won
me,
a trophy, and
I don't,
Europa is a big. Trust me, Europa is is considered a big trophy after the Champions League,
no,
and or rather after the
not just
Champions League, Premier
considered. It's
League.
a European trophy. It's a
It's a
European
European
trophy, and
trophy, correct?
it gives you the same prize the one who would have finished fourth gets, which is a qualification to the Champions League. So it doesn't really matter if you finish fourth, for as long as you win the Europa League, you're in the Champions League straight
And Ziad
with
says
the title.
exactly. So Ateta has to start winning. I agree with you. Ateta has to start winning trophies, not
You
games.
don't agree.
He has to
You
start.
see,
Madia,
that's what I
Madia,
kept
no, no,
uh,
Madia, you need to start.
when I told
Josh,
you.
Madia, ignore
Yeah,
Josh's, ignore Josh.
I did tell
Madia,
you
you
Ateta
need
needs to
to
start
tell
winning
Ateta to
trophies.
start winning trophies, not just qualifying. You're going. I mean, United is going
It
to
only
finish. Any
makes
other team,
sense.
any other team is going to finish
Believe you
below,
me.
maybe out of the top four, but win Europa, and they will qualify straight into the Champions League. So, yep, Ateta needs to
Yeah,
start winning
and
trophies. Remember, Villa haven't qualified in
oh
Champions League for 42 years. Another clap back for you, Josh. I'm staying out of this. You remember Villa
yeah, but
had, but
yeah.
what?
No, I do agree with you. He's that type of guy. No, I was just pointing out that because I knew that Isaac was most interested in Ten Hag. That's why I said what I said. But it was very commendable of Unai Emery to bring back Aston Villa in the Champions League in the manner that he did. I don't know who was advising the people at Aston Villa who almost sunk the club when they hired Steven Gerrard, who didn't know what he was doing at the club. He almost got them relegated, but Unai Emery revived them, and not only did he revive them, he led them back to Europe. And so far, so good. They're doing very amazing things. They have 6 points in Europe. They have more points than Real Madrid has. I mean, they're ahead of Madrid on the log.
All right, Josh. I mean, let's go shortly, briefly into the predicted starting lineup for Arsenal. The players tomorrow against Shakhtar. Players that you would have play. I think the back four is going to the only person there apart from Gabriel. Of course, Raya, Gabriel. You have Calafiori is going to be there as a fullback. You're going to have also Ben White as a fullback, and you'll have Saliba play over the weekend. My midfield would be Arteta. Sorry, would be Thomas Partey and Jorginho, not Mikel Merino. And of course, I don't know what you think, Josh. Is that okay? The midfield,
Yeah,
Josh.
yeah, but I would still play. I would still play Mikel Merino.
Why? I don't think he had a great game over the
Because
weekend.
because I would prefer Jorginho to play in the game at Emirates on Sunday against Liverpool.
Oh, against Liverpool. Okay, maybe that. Yeah, we are going to come back to that. And just by the way, my wingers would be Sterling, but this time from the left. I think he's also more impactful coming from the left. And right, I would bring the kid, Nwaneri, to come on. I think he would do a great job. And of course, you'd have Trossard behind Kai Havertz. That would be a good one to take on Shakhtar
Yeah,
Donetsk. It will be a great one. But yeah, once again, guys, thank you so much for
yeah.
tuning in.
And
Sports
Saka on the
Jazz.
other side.
No, Saka is not playing. He didn't travel with the team. Saka and Urian Timber. I think they're kept for the game, for the Liverpool
Then
game.
okay, not
But just back to the
Martinelli.
Liverpool game. I'm seeing some stats here. Arsenal without William Saliba. Games played 73 with Saliba, 11 without Saliba, 154 without Saliba, 5. Then draws 10 with, then without 3. Lost 9 with Saliba and without Saliba, 3. Win rate, of course, the win rate with Saliba in the team is 74%. Then 45 without him in the what in the team. And earlier today, ahead of the
That's a
Champions
big,
League,
big one. That's a
uh,
big one.
earlier today, ahead of the Champions League game tomorrow against Shakhtar Donetsk, Ateta was asked if he will appeal for the red card. If Ateta was asked if the club will appeal William Saliba's red card, and his response was, I, I, "I will leave that to the
That
club to understand the circumstances and as well other examples that are very clear in the same position." I think he was taking a dig at the games that just I mean the game, the Liverpool game, Liverpool versus Chelsea. There's another game that I'm forgetting. He's also giving examples on that. And yes, Saliba is a very, very important player for Arsenal. We've seen him being the team of the year 2022, 2023, 24. So yeah, he's a very, very, very important player for Arsenal that shouldn't miss. Yo, by the way, Josh, you haven't told me the game yesterday, Liverpool versus Chelsea. Your guy, Jadon Sancho, 26 touches, 0 assists, 0 goals, 0 key passes, 0 deals won, 0 tackles, 0 successful dribbles, clearance 0, interception 0.
who? Oh, my
Sancho,
guy, Merino.
no, no,
No,
Sancho,
Sancho.
Sancho.
Wait, Sancho had a stinker of a game. Actually, that is the original Sancho who was at United.
Yeah,
The one we sold to Chelsea. That's the original guy. That is the real guy. He had to be
yeah, and
hooked off at
also
half time.
Ateta was asked if Gabi will be back very soon. By Gabi, I mean the Brazilian striker Jesus. He says he'll have to earn his right to play for Arsenal again. Uh, yeah, that was by the way ahead of the Bournemouth game. So Gabi came on in great shape, probably in the best condition he's been with us. He was flying in preseason, and unfortunately, he got that injury straight away that affected him for weeks. He put up again a lot of work into it to come back, and now he needs to get the rhythm. He's playing a few games. He started 2 games in a row, the Atlanta and Bolton games. He's come on against Southampton. So yeah, he's here now. He needs to earn the right to play more. He's got our full support. He's a player that can play in various positions, and he's really an important player for us. That explains what you said last time. Kai Havertz taking over. He's having a great game, and looks like Gabi needs to do a lot for him to be back.
I I told you all day, every day. Kai Havertz.
So, Josh, before we sign off, is it early to say, or is it early to warn that if Ateta is not so careful, their title charge might be might end very soon because they have
Whoever
Saliba
puts
banned?
Arsenal in a title charge,
Oh my God,
whoever puts
Josh.
Arsenal in a title charge,
Okay, this season we are putting them
as
in.
in,
What reasons do you have to back to say that? Don't tell me how they've been bottled. But anyway,
because they're
we see
butlers.
it's not fair for you to say that, Josh. It's not fair.
No, 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 no. Actually, for me, this is the season that I've felt that Arsenal is on the verge of winning things that maybe they'll push the whole way and win the trophy. And for me,
Mm.
this loss against Bournemouth is not a very big deal for me. What is a big deal for me is the way Mikel Arteta has decided to play. As in, for me, it is a bit timid. Is
I think
is showing a
again he
bit
needs to
of
work.
cowardice.
He needs to have a team talk with these players. I mean, Declan Rice, first red card of his career. Trossard, same story. Saliba, same story. So he needs to work on that. I mean, the discipline. Otherwise, as I said earlier, it's going to cost them games, Josh. It's going to cost them games. By the one player that I've been impressed with is Postecoglou in the Premier League. It's been
What?
Postecoglou. I've been
One
impressed. I'm
coach?
saying impressed. Yeah,
You've
of
been
course,
impressed by Postecoglou,
with the exception of Enzo
a football
Maresca and
manager,
Anslot. With the no, Josh, you're just hating. Come on.
dude, dude. No, no, no.
Yeah, he and
Postecoglou,
tactically, Postecoglou,
the
and I
guy,
like
the
his.
guy who played, the guy, the guy who, the guy who continued to play a high line when there were 9 men. That guy.
That guy, Josh. I'm impressed. It looks like he's about to
Oh
turn
my
around
God.
things, although you're saying
Oh my
otherwise.
God. How?
For
How?
real,
The guy who doesn't believe that set pieces are important in football.
Josh. You wait and see how things are going to be very
The-
soon.
He
Keep
said last
trolling.
season he does not concern himself with set pieces.
Just keep trolling. You're going to see how things are going to turn around. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. We're talking about Arsenal, the loss over the weekend, 2-0 to the Cherries, Bournemouth, and also their game later today. I mean, it's past midnight where I am. I don't know where you are, Josh, or everyone where you are, but it's past midnight for me. So the game today, ahead of their Champions League clash against Shakhtar Donetsk. Good thing they are home. That's a boost for them, Josh. Even the Liverpool game,
Yeah.
they are home. That's another boost for them, home advantage. And
Yeah, and for me, I believe Shakhtar Donetsk is a very good side, but it is fourth in its league this season. But what I know about them, they score a lot of goals. I think they've scored the most goals in that league. They have about 25 goals that they've scored.
yeah, just thank you so much. But they haven't
No,
performed so well.
Ava is trying to say bye.
Yeah, backing in the background.
Yeah.
Josh, yeah, they are good in their home league. They are good in their home league, but in the Champions League, they don't have a good. Yeah, first
Yeah, they
game
only
on
have
19th
1 point,
September, they drew 1 point,
nil
and
nil.
then Atlanta came and washed them 3-0. So it doesn't look
Sure.
so good. Anyhow, thank you so much once again, Josh and Isaac. Sports Jazz guys, keep subscribing, turn on the notifications. Shout outs to you, Ziad, as always, brother. Shout outs to you, Madia. I like that, by the way, you're well versed with football. Madia, should we stream the game tomorrow? Arsenal and Shakhtar Donetsk? I
If
don't know.
Madia is available. No, no, Shakhtar Donetsk, no.
No, that's the Liverpool game. We shall do the Liverpool. Madia, we shall be having a watch along. I don't know whether she's still on. I'll wait next time when she comes on. We shall be having a watch along
Tomorrow,
over the weekend. Liverpool versus no, they'll be
Arsenal.
hosting Arsenal versus Liverpool.
Arsenal.
I hope she will be around for the watch along. That would be really, really great. It would be nice to have her on. Yeah, shout outs to you, my dear. Shout outs to you, Nick, as always. Shout outs to you, Ziad. Shout outs to you, Sinan, and everyone that was in the comment section. Thank you for making the stream fiery. Josh, I don't know if you have any other last words before we bump off. Your prediction, Josh?
Cheers, guys. Catch you
Shak,
tomorrow.
your prediction,
Our
Shakhtar
prediction for
Donetsk.
Arsenal Shakhtar Donetsk. I
I
think
see a
Arsenal
draw
will win
1-1.
that one 3-0.
Arsenal will win 3-0. Well,
Yeah.
I see a
Okay.
draw 1-1.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fair enough. And I'm the one who doesn't like Mikel Arteta.
You're giving him a huge win. Signing out, guys. Sports Jazz, thank you so much for streaming. See you tomorrow, same time. Cheers. Actually, tomorrow might be a little bit earlier because there's a game. Cheers, guys.